Hey, Dawns ARKS! Welcome everyone to your Phantasy Star podcast recorded live on November 20th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, PrinceBrightstar, and with me is Xance. Go ahead and say hello.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is... No, I'm not doing that.
Thank you
Hi,
for
everyone.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you had me scared for a second there. But you do in fact have an announcement to make, don't you?
Yes, I do have an announcement. Tomorrow on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Xance21, I will be doing a Phantasy Star Online subathon, where I will be playing on the Ephinea server on a brand new account, brand new character, and the stream won't stop until I hit level 200. I'm going to regret it, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Any estimate on how long that's going to take you?
I'm hoping it doesn't take me more than 2 weeks. I know, like, it's going to be easy getting up to level 80 to get into Ultimate. That's not the hard part. The hard part is going to be after that.
True. Definitely consider maxing your time in very hard in episode 4 then.
Oh, definitely.
At least to get your level up to the point where you can actually do some stuff.
Not only that, also Towards the Future. There's going to be a lot of Towards the Future runs. If I don't get a red ring by the end of all this, I'm going to be very upset.
Gotcha. Well, best of luck on that, man.
Yeah. And the subathon part of it is there are different sub goals that I can hit. And once I hit those, I'll have to hunt specific weapons. And I put Ubers to, like, as the really high ones that I don't think I'll even hit.
Gotcha.
Like, let me see what I put for... yeah, subathon goals here. So, for example, for 750, I put Lame de Argent, 1,000 for Sealed J-Sword, and then 2,000 for the Psycho 1. I do not expect to hit those, but if I do, I will greatly regret that.
Gotcha. Well, again, best of luck to you, and yeah, if you get one of those, if you get up to those levels, definitely good luck with those hunts as well.
Yeah. Psycho 1 is a guaranteed, alright, I'm switching section IDs to do that. I am not doing that on Skyline.
Makes sense. Alright, well, we do have a bit of a packed show here today, especially because we're catching up from about 3 weeks ago when I had to leave for surgery. You did take care of... Yeah, I'm doing much better. I'd say I'm about 90 to 95% of the way there in terms of healing. Still got a little bit of recovery to do, but I am doing much better than initially after the surgery. I can tell you that much right now.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, we gotta do some catch up here. Obviously, you took care of things while I was out for the that NGS headline, but we're still gonna be looking at a little bit of the content that was released on the website related to that. Also, Titans have arrived in the PSO2 lobbies, which this is actually an event that happened back on the Japanese server several years ago, so it was nice to see them bring that back. That's going to be up in the show. Plus, we've also got IDOLA celebrating its 3rd anniversary before that shuts down, and some other things here. So, why don't we go ahead and jump into everything here? Especially, like I said, it's going to be a packed one here today.
Yeah.
Let's start off with some free emotes that are being given out. So, this one's been out for a little bit of time here. The Zutomayo cross NGS collaboration emote. For this one, all you need to do is just say the specific phrase, no border, in all caps in the in-game chat, and that will give you the emote 775, no border, which you can see a couple of pictures of here. In addition to this, there is actually a second emote that you can receive now. This was posted on the Twitter for the Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis Global Twitter. If you say NGS pose in area chat, then you're going to get yourself the 774 NGS pose. So definitely want to make sure you're saying those just to make sure you get your free emotes so you can do everything that you're looking to do here. And these are sustained letters as well, unlike some of the numbers that you might have been able to find in the PSO2 emotes in the past. So that's a nice thing to see with these as well.
What do you mean by that?
So in PSO2 base, if you buy the emotes from the emote vendor, the 0 to 9, as well as I think a few of the letters, they do not sustain. They go away after a few seconds, even if you don't touch your controller. These, however, do stick around, and they actually join the XB and O that we got previously for anybody that joined on the Xbox version.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they make sustained letters for the future. Although at the same time, yeah, that could cause other issues if players are aligned on that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Sega ever does want to do something like that. All right, moving on from free emotes here. Like we said, we're catching up on things here. So as part of the NGS headline, they did a series of Q&As. So why don't I do the questions and you'll take the answers here. Does that work for you, Zance?
Okay. Yeah, that works.
All right, so question 1. Due to bugs, some outfits have visual issues when equipped. Will this be fixed?
We apologize for the amount of time it's taken to handle this bug and for the inconvenience it has caused. In the October 13th update, we fixed the issue where outfits released in PSO2 look different to other players when worn. If a new bug is discovered in the future, the dev team will make an announcement before proceeding with fixing the issue.
Okay. Question 2. How are improvements for lag coming along?
We made improvements to address this issue during the update on September 29th, which I will also just chime in on that. Yeah, I have not experienced any lags since they did an update to fix that. So I'm very glad on that.
Yeah, and go ahead.
No, you go on there.
Okay, yeah, based on some other information that we're going to be talking about later, it might have been related to the information they had been gathering for the title system, potentially.
Oh yeah, because they're going to be resetting titles.
Yeah. More on that in a bit here.
Yeah.
But moving on to question 3 here. The PSC burst gauge is hard to build up. Please improve this.
The dev team agrees that the PSC gauge currently has some balancing issues, and therefore are planning to balance it out in the December update, in order to make PSC burst easier to achieve. I say that as as I'm actually playing right now and just recently hit a PSC burst.
Nice.
And I'm by myself. Anyway. Continuing on.
Yep, there's, I thought there was a little bit left there.
Nope.
Okay. Please include all of the urgent quests in the schedule when you have pre-announced urgent quests.
We received a lot of feedback on the pre-announced urgent quests that were rolled out as part of the campaign on October 6th. And opinions were split on whether or not we should keep having pre-announced urgent quests. Yes, please. I like pre-announced urgent quests. Therefore, we would like to roll them out in limited time campaigns rather than having them in the game regularly. We are also planning campaigns that include multiple pre-announced urgent quests, and the dates and time will be announced on the official site and other platforms.
I think that's... Go ahead.
I much prefer having the... I much prefer having a schedule with it.
I can understand there are players like that, but I think this at least strikes a balance of... for those that want to just sort of be surprised by what urgent quest is coming, versus just knowing ahead which one it's going to be. Especially because if players are looking for a certain one, then they might completely avoid the other one in that case.
Which always happened in PSO2.
Yep. Alright, question 5. Why did you implement a cost system for motion changes?
We sincerely apologize for the trouble that this has caused because we did not announce this in advance. We implemented the system to prevent issues with memory capacity that could occur when combinations are made with future motion changes, featuring even more spectacular graphics. We understand that this is inconvenient, but as the ultimate goal is to improve the game experience, we would appreciate your understanding.
Translation, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are holding the game back, just like
Pretty
the Vita did in
much.
PSO2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh well. Maybe they'll dump those eventually and just make it PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series exclusive for consoles.
I don't
Or
know.
it could also
and also cloud version.
Yeah, that's true. It could also be the Switch Cloud version, which is Japanese exclusive. That could also be holding it back.
No, because that's like they're running off of computers and then streamed to the Switch.
Gotcha.
Like that's how all the cloud versions work.
Well, maybe the servers themselves that are doing the streaming are underpowered, though, is what I'm saying. Anyway, please increase the premium set perks.
The dev team agrees that the limited number of perks in the premium set is a problem. Starting with Mission Pass NGS Season 3, which will be released in an update in December, having an active premium set means you also have the benefits of using an End Mission Pass Gold. We'll continue reviewing and improving the premium set perks, so please stay tuned for further announcements. Okay, if they do that again, of giving the Mission Pass Gold with the premium sets, do not increase the price again.
I agree. I would say the drop from 200 to 100 was a good thing. And now that they've set that expectation, that would probably piss off a bunch of players if they did that.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Question 7. I want to see ARKS ID from PSO2 implemented in NGS.
We are planning to implement ARKS ID in NGS as well. We are currently considering what specifications to use so that our players can enjoy the game even more, and are aiming to release an update in February of 2022. ARKS IDs are likely to be linked with the title system coming in December, so please stack up your achievements while anticipating the release. Oh yeah, that is coming in December.
Yep, it certainly is. With the Ritum region release, which even though I wasn't looking at it live, I do have to say the region does look pretty nice from what I've seen. The new dolls are pretty good. That gigantic doll kind of reminds me of prior enemies like Dirole and such. So we'll have to see if that doll is supposed to be a direct reference to them, or if this is going to be something kind of unique in that. But yeah, that does it for the question and answer section that they had in the headline.
Overall, most of it was just repeats of stuff they already answered.
It was, yeah, but at the same time, it's nice to see that they're showing this sort of effort to really get connected with their player base now, especially how upset the player base has been. Although we'll have to see if when things start to improve, if we're even going to be able to see how many downvotes have happened. This is sort of a little sidebar here, but have you heard about the YouTube thing where they're dropping dislikes?
That really dumb decision that everyone hates. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah,
I've read about it plenty of times.
Yeah, no, this is a really bad thing in the long term for YouTube, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a bunch of videos that, frankly, are just there to accumulate volume of views and length, and it's just going to end up causing people that want to downvote to let other people know that a video is no good, that other people are just not going to learn about it. Now, I have heard that there are efforts to build add-ons that will build this sort of functionality back in, but you're sort of relying on other people that have seen this video before also having said add-on. So we'll see what happens, but this is... I'm definitely on the negative for this choice from YouTube.
Same, like the vast majority of people are. I still see dislikes, and that update video about removing the view, like how many dislikes a video has, it's at, I believe, 250,000 dislikes at the moment.
Gotcha.
Or, yeah. So, it's not liked by the vast majority of people. Yet they're still going through with it, even though everyone is complaining about it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what ends up happening. If YouTube takes this away, the community will try to restore it as best they can, and yeah.
I just
That's-
wish that, one of the other alt platforms actually takes off now because of this.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Granted, we're probably not going to see Twitch do that, but maybe something like VO or something like that. I hear what you're saying.
Like VO, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, any of those.
True. Yep. All right, let's get off our soapbox here. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So, taking this to the top here, of course, we had a bunch of updates here in November. We're not going to take a look at the video here, but once again, the Halloween event continued on here, including new items from Zagandi. We got Season 2 of the Mission Pass, which I'm making good progress on that towards the end of it. Not quite done just yet, but I am making progress.
I'm getting close to it as well.
We also got the Medical Masters AC Scratch. We'll be going over this in a little bit as well. And then coming next week is going to be the Mystical Reverie AC Scratch. So look forward to that. And then there's also an AC Scratch Ticket Oracle Renew Collection 5, which looks like it's got outfits from Echo, Theodore, Ulk, and oh my goodness, why can't I remember her name right now? Kuna.
Yeah, Kuna.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so basically we're just looking at a bunch of AC scratches until the Ritum region releases, with the exception that there's also going to be some other stuff going on in the near future here, which we'll get to shortly here, related to the Halloween event, which is still ongoing at this point.
Which
Something
is
we do need to... Go ahead.
A bit weird that they're still continuing the Halloween event near the end of November.
Yeah, this was kind of poorly timed, I would say. Maybe if they had brought the Halloween event out first and then they did the Bouncer release. Actually, no, I don't think the community would have gone for that with how little there was at the time. One thing we do need to talk about here is kind of what happened last week with maintenance. My goodness, what in the world happened here? Servers were supposed to come up at their normal time, and then they got delayed by, almost 12 hours here.
Yeah. Kind of similar to the, how much of a delay there was at the launch of NGS. Remember how, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, I agree. But this is this was supposed to be a minor patch. What went wrong?
I have no idea.
And Doom Dragon, yeah. There definitely there's nothing been named for an autumn event. So yeah, the fact that we didn't get Thanksgiving this year, which is really interesting considering last year we did get a Thanksgiving themed
we did.
lobby. Yeah.
And I wonder if on global for July. Wait, actually, no, they didn't even do the New Year's lobby in July, did they?
Right, that was missing this year as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, given where the game is right now, it's really curious that they didn't bring that event back just so that players had something to do.
Mm-hmm. Even if it is just an old PSO2, still, like, they brought the Attack on Titan event over, so
yep, it's really curious, but yeah, so not a good day for maintenance here. I'll say that much here,
no,
especially because
not. There might have been a lot of issues because of the Attack on Titan lobby in PSO2. I don't know.
I guess maybe. Anyway, moving on. So. There were also, this did come with some updates here. Of course, this was when Medical Masters launched. And then they did specific days where the seasonal enemies were showing up here. They also had some bouncer adjustments here, which were previously mentioned. So for the weapon action, they increased the potency, but they decreased the potency when Soaring Blade weapon action for weapons other than Soaring Blades was used as a multi-weapon. And then they changed the specification to extend cooldown time once per cooldown by 2 seconds if an attack, normal attack, photon arts, diving attack, etc. is performed during cooldown. And then they also adjusted the class skill Fanatic Blade. This reduced the potency of soaring blades when this skill was in effect. And because of this, because they had to do this adjustment, everybody got free and reset all skills.
Nice.
Yep, so make sure to log in on... Go ahead.
But even though they weakened the step action for soaring blades, it's still stupid strong.
Yep, so we'll see if they have to make another adjustment down the road. But definitely make sure to log in on each of your characters, because there's going to be one for each character that you have, where you can get these reset skills, and you'll be able to use those as a way, when the Ret Tim region comes out soon, to be able to test out different skill combinations to see which way you want to play. Moving on from that, then of course we had the end of maintenance on that day as well. But they did also provide some information about campaigns, including the 9 million AC total Twitter giveaway campaign, where 900 winners randomly chosen from the participants received a 10,000 AC tickets. I actually got one of those.
Yeah, I saw that you posted about that. Congrats.
Thanks. It makes me wonder if there weren't that many that actually signed up for this promotion, given where the game was at the time.
I don't know.
But I guess we'll see how things go from there. Again, they did the end reset all skill items. Plus, they did an apology for the setwear and basewear color bug, giving every player 3 end color change passes. And then there was just a bunch of bug fixes as well here. We're not going to go through this whole list here because we got a bunch that we still got to get to here on individual pages. But the entire list is available here on this page if you're interested.
It's a lot. It always is.
Yep. Although that one's not quite as big as some of the other ones we've seen in the past.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. Moving on, of course, we do have the Medical Masters AC scratch here, so let's take a quick look at this.
Yes, the COVID-19 scratch.
Pretty much, yeah.
I know, it's easy joke.
It is. Pretty much everybody is wearing a mask in these here. Guessing some of those masks are separate accessories, though.
More than likely.
Also got a nice set of wings there, and also the captured emote. And then the innocent movement set. So, a lot in that one, although not too much that I personally think I'm ever going to pick up, to be honest here.
Yeah. There's more in the Attack on Titan stuff that I would really like.
Yeah, agreed. But here's just a brief look at what we're looking at for some of these here. Yeah, a bunch of hairstyles, eyebrows, tired eyeshadow. And then, of course, you get all the different hats. And then here, where all those masks were showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also... This one's called a test tube belt. So I guess if you're trying to play somebody that's out in the field doing studies, you would have that.
Or be, like, a traveling what's the right word?
Apothecary?
I think. Apothecary.
Apothecarist? I really don't know. And then there's also this sort of cool holographic HUD as well. though.
Hmm.
It's an interesting one. I don't know if that changes at all. I haven't seen it around personally.
Mm-hmm.
And then for your scratch count bonuses, so looks like that move Innocent is one of the scratch bonuses, so that's going to be 45 draws that you need to do on the scratch in order to get that. What can we say? That's basically what we expect at this point. We wish it wasn't as high.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on from that update, then of course we had this update this most recent week here, where the Attack on Titan lobby showed up in the PSO2 blocks. Not New Genesis, but base PSO2.
Yeah. Remember when they said that base PSO2 is pretty much just a maintenance mode?
Yeah, I guess they're not doing that anymore until they can actually get NGS up to snuff here. But yeah, so the Titans have arrived in the lobby, and honestly, this makes me hopeful that we're going to finally see some other events in the future. In particular, some certain crossovers with Phantasy Star Universe, because I think we're coming up on an anniversary soon.
Mm-hmm. And also the Evangelion one, that would be nice.
That would be nice, although we'll have to see if we actually do get that one or not.
I know, but Shinji still needs to get in that goddamn robot.
It's gonna be, well, I'll put it this way. The timing for doing it now would be kind of weird, given that they finally released 3+1 not too long ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if Anno is looking to continue to promote the series at this point now that it's done.
Evangelion will still never die, though.
True. Yeah, you're always gonna have that showing up in like Super Robot Wars and such.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, with this came an AC scratch, which I actually have loaded up over here. So we've got the Colossal Titan suit. And then you've got the different military uniforms. Along with some interesting other ones. The Bridal Flute, I think we've seen previously.
But the Colossal Titan suit, that is just glorious.
Yep. And then there's also the Vigil Bouquet. And the Lux Baladi. Solaris Fulgor. The Crane Mary, yeah, this says this is new, rather, so it doesn't look like this one ever showed up in base PSO2 for Global.
Interesting.
Along with the cute floppy dress. Then you've got the Ultra Hard Blade. No need to switch those blades out during combat, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you got different hairstyles, as well as a veil and a regiment cloak.
Yeah, but if I'm going to get this outfit, I need that Ultra Hard Blade.
There's also the Omnidirectional.
So
Go ahead.
well. It just fits so well.
True. There's also the Omnidirectional mobility gear, although that's not actually going to propel you forward.
Nope, sadly.
And then this is kind of unique, a one-eyed gas mask. There's also the 3048 shield water, which I don't know how. With so many holes in there, how is that supposed to protect you?
It doesn't.
Yeah. Then you've got the Mechanical Spine Black, along with the Bifrost Nova, the Diabolic Wings Black, and the Skeleton Wings. Boy, wouldn't that have been nice for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the Jet Wings and the Mechanical Shoulder Pads. Yeah, definitely Photon Dash would be better than the 3D gear. I would agree on that one.
Also, interesting thing, if you scratch only 15 times, you get a ticket. So You only need to do 15 times in order to guarantee that you get something you want.
Yeah, that was a really nice thing to see with this one. That it's really easy to get anything that you might want with this one. Gyro thrusters, knee shields, bunker busters, along with telekinetic swords. Now this is more a shield that one could use reasonably, a fantasy shield.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've also got sparkling eyes and focus effect. What to do? The next headline is going to be in early December, I believe. They're going to be that should be happening before the Rhythm region releases. There's also the Action Tail accessory, which forgive me, but where is the accessory here?
I don't know.
It's called an Action
The
Tail, and
hair?
yet I don't see a tail on them.
It must be the hair.
Yeah, but usually they don't call that an accessory.
Yeah, that's odd.
They do, however, have a neck hairline extension, so maybe it is actually supposed to be part of the hair there, but it's like separated or something. There's also the super curl cowlick. Lace cat ears black, and then the cat ears with ribbon black. Devil's tail and mini devil's wings. And the octo tail. That thing is just hilarious, and I could see players actually trying to go for this thing and just putting like 8 of them on their character, provided it's within the accessory limit.
But yeah, it is a hair accessory, so.
Then you got the
other thing
Wildcat.
we're talking about.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the other thing we're talking about there, it is a hair accessory, so I was right on that.
Yep. Okay. Wildcat tail, beast fangs. So if you want to get a couple of teeth outside your mouth, there you go. Also got the droopy mustache. And then the mummy skirt, which is another Halloween-themed one, it looks like.
Yep. Weird
Really
relate on that as well.
Yep. Frilly sleeve attachments, fruit ribbon, fruit earrings, vigil hair ornament, along with the crane winged headdress. It's kind of interesting. There's also the cute floppy hat, cute floppy hair ornament, the Lux turban, and then a bunch of stickers for Attack on Titan as well here. And then, as Xance mentioned a moment ago, 2 scratches get you an Attack on Titan poster furnishing, which is for just PSO2 blocks only, inside your room function. Same for at 6 draws and 8 draws. 8 draws being a scenery pass called Titan. And then 15 is where you get the Titans of Destruction ticket. Alright, so let's move on to the title system here. Xance, do you want to take this one?
Sure, so we got the title system coming up. All right, let me pull this up on my screen as well. Where was it? Could you send me the link real quick so I can...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I can actually talk about it on the screen here. Anyway, so initially, we announced that gameplay from the beginning of NGS launch would count towards meeting the requirements of titles. However, as a result of overhauling certain aspects of the game to solve the issues of lag, some title requirements will not count that early gameplay as progress. The titles related to the aspects of gameplay mentioned below will only consider gameplay after the launch of the title systems. Those being distance traveled, number of purchases made in the personal shop, enemies defeated and battle-related content, PSE Burst, Item Lab, Food Stand, Party Play, Urgent Quest, Battle Dia, Trials, Daily and Weekly Tasks, Chat and Screenshots, Gathering, Region Max, number of item containers destroyed, excluding the red ones. So pretty much almost everything.
Yep,
Oof.
but this also gives players a good idea of what they should be going for once the title system actually does release, if we don't get any hints as to what you actually need to do to unlock titles.
That is true.
So, we'll have to see. I would say, at this point, if you're not doing it yet, go ahead and stack your Battle Dia tickets so that you can get a bunch in as soon as it launches. That being, if you're not busy going to the Ritim region first. Or if you are going to Ritim first, then just hang on to those until after, and that will get you, you'll at least be able to run through those even quicker once you're at level 35. Aside from that, then we've got a bunch of other just quick announcements here. Damage adjustments for the 4-star Rarity Flammable weapon series. So the Flammable series has a fire element attached, and the weapon has an effect that increases the damage dealt by the element. Therefore, and this one's confusing in the translation here, so I'm not quite sure what they mean here. Therefore, the damage adjustment for this series is set to 70% to 100% to maintain a balance with other weapons. So, are they talking about, like, what the floor to what the cap is? That's the only thing I could think of.
I don't know.
Unless they intended to actually say, this series is set from 70 to 100%, meaning that they're increasing it. It's really confusing what they were intending to say here, so I would love to get some clarification on this here. They also say they plan to adjust the damage adjustment and other stats of future weapons to balance with other weapons, so I'm not sure if that means other elemental weapons, like coming for wind and such. Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense here, Doom Dragon. This was just poorly translated, I would say.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's also still an ongoing campaign to purchase the premium set, but there was an issue with the 90-day one, where, as well as the 30-day, where they confirmed that some users who purchased those were unable to receive their gift items, and they have addressed that at this point here as of the 10th, and confirmed that players are now able to receive their gifts. Furthermore, they also sent the gifts to players who fulfilled the campaign requirements by the start of the scheduled maintenance on November 9th. So, if you didn't receive it by now, you will have received them. That being your extra N augmentation success rate plus 5% if you got the 30-day, or the Rappy Sneakers plus the N augmentation success rate plus 5, and the N enhancement success rate plus 10% if you purchased the 90-day version.
Which I did purchase the 90-day version.
Alright, moving on from that, we are still in the middle of the Halloween fiesta. This is the last week for doing objectives, so this is week 4. As of right now, we have cleared the first and second box, and we're working on the third right now. So, for this one, the way that this works, and actually, let me scroll down to the bottom here a little. Whoops, did not mean to bring that up. So this one, for week 4, if you insert items into a seasonal region mag, you earn 1 point for every 5 items inserted. There's also, you also get 10 points for each urgent quest completed, that being any of the 3 that we currently have available. But the important thing for everybody to know with this one is you want to be inserting items into that mag that have the least increase possible. So in most cases, that is going to be meat whenever it is not highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Because in order to, if you max that out for the rare drop rate boost, you're going to be able to throw 40 of those in there. So then that will give you 8 points. And of course, you can shove even more in if you want to get even more points, but at the very least, just make sure you're shoving in a bunch of meat into those guys. They may be getting fat, but let's be honest, we all want the good rewards here, especially this week here, where they are talking about the augmentation success rate plus 5%. I can almost guarantee that secret box there is going to be each additional set of requirements that we pass here is going to add a 1% to that thing. So,
yeah, you gotta make those mags nice and fat.
Yep. This is the one that we want to be focusing on this week. So just get those mags as fat as we can here. Aside from that, of course, we went through week 3 here, which for the extra boost on that, we got an extra 20% enhancement success rate on top of the 25% that we were already going to get. For week 2, they increased the drop rate in the bonus period by an extra 25% on top of the 25% that we were already going to get in the second reward period. So that being a total of a 50% rare drop rate. That's going to be on top of any other boosts that are going on, like with the region mag and such. And then for the first week, we all managed to earn an extra 50 gold prim swords. My goodness.
Jesus.
So that's going to be basically 10 of those in augmentation, plus 10% that you can trade those in for.
Yeah, that... Oh, man, that's so many plus 40s I can see coming up now. I am saving all those gold swords for when... because there's going to be new weapons added with the new region, probably 5-star weapons. So I'm going to save those gold swords for when those 5-star weapons are out, and just dump them all into the new weapons.
Right, you could do that, but really you should be doing that with the silver ones. The gold ones, you're supposed to trade those in so you get an extra 10% augmentation success rate, so that any augments that you put onto those weapons have a higher chance of working.
Oh yeah, that is true. Forgot about that.
And then with this, of course, there's going to be reward periods coming up. So the first reward period is going to be from December 1st until December 7th. That's when that augmentation boost happens, as well as anything else that's in the first period. And then there's going to be that second period as well, which is where that rare drop boost happens. That's from December 8th until December 14th. At which point, December 15th, of course, is the launch of the Retum region.
Yep. And I don't think they're going to do 4 stars for the Retum region. Real Pichu. I really think they're going to do 5 stars, especially since they're increasing the level cap to 35.
Agreed. There's no reason for them not to do such an increase, especially because everybody's going to be leveling up to level 35, so they're going to be looking for new gear at that point. The question I've got is, are they going to have the Gigantics at the start of the region?
That's a good question. I'm going to take a guess and say probably not.
And I would agree with you there. It's probably going to be something about our presence being in there that is going to finally bring them out, but we'll have to see. Alright, moving on from the Fiesta. So, some additional announcements here. And bug fixes here. So, they've confirmed a bug where the additional attack from the Bouncer's class skill Jet Boots element set does not have a cooldown time and always occurs after performing a photon art on an enemy. They're working to fix this issue, and this bug does affect the balance of the game. However, since it will take some time to fix this, they plan to implement a temporary fix during the scheduled maintenance in late November 2021. This fix will prevent this bug from occurring, but the following bugs, which were fixed on the 10th, are going to occur again. So basically, they're doing a rollback on this fix here, that including that Bardablot and Zonclad attacks may not string properly when performing additional attacks with Jet Boots element set, and where they also fixed a bug with the Bouncer class skill Jet Boots element set that caused the effect for follow-up attacks to play before cooldown had ended when attacking an object. Other bugs here, PSO2 spec body paints may not be displayed correctly. They're currently looking into this issue, and they found that if you've encountered this bug, you can resolve the issue by reselecting the same look. And then regarding the balance adjustment of the Soaring Blades weapon action, that of course went into effect on November 10th. The bug where gamepads do not function correctly in PSO2 blocks, that was fixed on the 10th as well. And we were just talking about this one, so this is being rolled back, so you're going to be seeing this one again soon. The Barterblot and Zon-clad attacks not stringing properly.
But to be fair, whenever I play Bouncer, I primarily just use Soaring Blades, just like I did in PSO2. Jet
I
Boots
hear
are
ya.
alright. Like, the Jet Boots are alright, but the Soaring Blades are just better.
Yeah, and while players may like seeing a crit of like 4,000 to 6,000 from that one Jet Boot kick, it takes so much effort to actually get that going in the first place that oftentimes it's way too easy to just miss that last attack and all your effort has been wasted. The bug related to the electrified state from the class skill Zon-clad may not disengage. This was fixed on the 10th. The bug where the Alliance chat log may not appear on the screen. This was fixed on the 10th. The bug related to cast effects that may be applied to humanoid-type voices in the salon. That was fixed on the 10th as well. And then the set wear base wear color that may revert to the default. So we talked about the apology that was given for this previously, where players got 3 of the end color change passes. That has been given out at this point, and you've got until December 10th to receive those items if you haven't picked them up yet. And then there was also this bug here where battle triggers may be consumed even when the trigger portal is not activated. That was fixed back on the 2nd. And one quick reminder here, the 21st of every month is PSO2 day for the premium set users. So anybody with a premium set will be given 44 Star Gems in the form of 2 22 Star Gem tickets. And then for premium users, you're going to get access to an extra 5% earned experience, as well as a 20% rare drop rate in New Genesis. In PSO2, you're going to get an extra 100% fun, 200% EXP earned, 200% rare drop rate, and 100% fever, gathering fever occurrence rate. And then for all users, you get an item enhancement success rate of 10%, augmentation success rate of 15%, and an enhancement EXP plus 15% during weapon enhancement. And of course, you've also got the ARKS Rappies showing up in base PSO2 as well, along with their possible drop of the Rappy Suit Mini ARKS. Alright, that does it for New Genesis. Let's move on now to IDOLA. They're currently holding their 3rd anniversary, which is going to be their last event before the service closes down in January. Right now, there is a 3rd anniversary free once-a-day Dreamstar Festival 10 consecutive gacha. So this is a free 10 pull every single day. This is going to go from, let's see here. Looks like it's going to go from November 28th until
January 11th.
Yeah. So, or actually, that's the special
December
gacha.
8th. Okay, December 8th.
Yeah, December 8th. Yeah, I thought there was something different there.
Yep.
Yeah, so the gacha itself goes until the service closes, basically. But the free 10 draws is going to go for about a week and a half there, it looks like.
Yep. Yeah, it's a bit rough that IDOLA is ending off a kind of a bittersweet note.
Yeah, they let the players or they let the story play out, but there are definitely elements that are missing. In fact, Sega has confirmed at this point that they had 2 more Dark Falls to reveal. But they've also revealed that there's going to be a book coming out, which is going to go more in detail about that. So we might even be able to see what the concept art for those look like.
And again, it just puts into question, when is Global going to close down as well? Because that's being done by Voltron Games.
Right, and they haven't said anything yet, so
yes.
I don't know.
Something else involving Voltron Games I want to bring up because it is relevant. So they're going to be publishing another mobile game, Fantasy Life Online. Basically, it was a continuation of the 3DS game called Fantasy Life. That was done by Level 5.
Gotcha. So you're thinking... Go ahead.
No, here's the funny thing. The global version has yet to come out, and it already got announced that the JP version's closing down.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No,
okay.
It's global version's still going to be coming out, but it'll be out right around the time the JP version closes. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, has Voltron ever closed one of their games down before?
I don't know, since they're pretty new, I think.
Okay.
Voltron, let me look here. So,
because I'm just curious if they may still keep the servers up, even after official updates have run out, compared to the Japanese version, where they're just closing it down after like a month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, for me, this
is pretty new, and their first big thing was with IDOLA, I think.
Gotcha.
Let me see here.
Now, for me and my channel, this kind of puts me in a little bit of a bind, whereby now I'm going to have to put focus onto IDOLA again on the Japanese version. I never got too far in the story after I found out that the English version was coming out from Voltron, and so I really haven't touched that in like a year, but now I'm sort of like, okay, I need to get into content preservation mode, which means I may be releasing videos without commentary on them, just so I can get it up on YouTube, for the sake of preservation of what was in the game.
So yeah, Voltron Games is a newer company. They did start in 2020, and their first game to release was IDOLA.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Brooks, not really. Part of it is just simply the fact that I can't read Japanese. The whole thing is in Japanese, from what I remember of that version, the official Japanese version, I mean. So it's going to be more, I kind of have to just go through it and just get to the end so I can capture all those scenes. And then maybe if Voltron actually does continue on, then I'll loop back around to the English version and get that done with commentary. But we're going to have to see about that, because we don't know when it's closing down, if it even is closing down anytime soon. Voltron, I don't know. I don't know how much they paid Sega to be able to license it to put it up, so they may leave the servers up in a state where there are just no updates coming, but they're keeping it in maintenance mode, potentially. But I guess for the sake of what Sega said, whereby they couldn't deliver a good enough game for the Japanese side, that's why they were closing it down. Which is a real shame, because this was also supposed to be the 30th anniversary game for the Phantasy Star series, so the fact that it's shutting down so quickly is kind of disappointing. Let's see. Going back to the actual updates here, aside from the gacha, there's also got some campaigns going on here. There is a Brigade coin exchange shop. There's a login bonus going on. There's a 3rd anniversary mission board, a reprint of the 2nd anniversary Memorial Quest 1st to 7th as well. as well as a 3rd Anniversary Memorial Quest. There's also a Dark Falls 3rd Anniversary Memorial Battle going on as well. There's an IDOLA Battle SP, 3rd Anniversary SP. And then there's other limited time event rewards, shop exchanges, etc. In addition to this, they've also have special gachas, such as the 3rd Anniversary 1 Nomination 1 Step Gacha, and the 3rd Anniversary Special Selection Pickup Gacha. For the 2nd Anniversary Memorial Quest, actually it looks like that's ending on the 29th. And then the 3rd Anniversary Quest begins on the 28th of November. Same for the Dark Falls battle as well. For the IDOLA Battle SP, and yes, that is IDOLA. Hydra is sometimes subbed in for IDOLA in the Google translations. So with this one, you can receive rewards such as Star Diamond times 1,000, as well as 3rd Anniversary Gacha tickets times 10, and Idomag New to commemorate the 3rd Anniversary. And then it looks like for every day that you log in, you're getting yourself a 5-star character ticket there. So that's a nice bonus to help players finish building out their lineups if they're still missing characters. You can even get more of those 5-star tickets for completing missions on the 3rd Anniversary mission board. There's also the Brigade Coin Boost campaign. That goes on until January 4th, and you're going to get 3 times the normal, typical Brigade coins. And then for the 3rd Anniversary Boost Campaign SP, so for this goes from November 9th until the end of service. So experience earned is going to be times 3, same for acquired Meseta, and earn bond points, which lets you open up the different stories for characters. For event quests, the ability to take action is going to be at half cost, it looks like. And then acquired Meseta and bond points is going to be at 3 times. For story quests, again, half cost on abilities. Experience Meseta and earn bond points goes up by 3 times. And then Retsuden quests, I'm not sure what that is, but same to story and same to the story quest with those boosts. And then there's also a 3rd Anniversary present, where for that one is you're going to get 10 consecutive gacha tickets times 3, and that is going to be given out until the end of service. Alright, so that does it for IDOLA. Let's move on now to Clementine. Why don't you take this starting with the November 8th update here?
So Clementine has some pretty big updates. So first update that happened November 8th was pretty small. They fixed up a couple things with missions. Train Rescue should no longer provide a broken variant. The Collecto Biopanic trade-in now only requires 1 Mushroom Light S instead of 2 to resolve issues with completing the trade. The PA Trading Post should now provide Shunbu Shiranzan and Reku Johijins properly. Fantastic Voyage should no longer spawn Rappy Latin, and Fantastic Voyage and Robotanical Gardens have received Meseta payout adjustments. And then Retsuzan Shohijin now takes Reku Johijin instead of Joto Kansujin for trading at the PA Trading Post. For the lobbies, the Nara Cake Shop sisters have returned from their brief trip and are now back at Foreign Waterfall. And some items got adjustments. Deceiver PP at 1010 has been corrected. The boards for Barlean, Exonite, Grutite, Gachnium, and Pearl have been split into 15 boards that can take 20 of one of the spear items to resolve client issues with crafting them. A board for creating Grinder Base S has been added to the Resident Security Department shop. And the following items have been added for synthesis from the Rogue siblings. Velos Rosa, Kana Kamui, Twin Kana Kamui, Meteor Crusher, one of my favorite weapons in PSO. Gaia Crusher, Smoking Plate, Sleipnir, Liberta Circuit, Velos Escuda, and the Harrowing Heights event ended. And for system, HP scaling for enemies, not bosses, has been removed completely.
Which is nice, definitely.
Yeah.
So that way, at least, it's not taking as long to take enemies down.
Exactly. And now, the recent update that happened, which is pretty big.
Yep.
So, this recent update on November 15th, enemy HP from 20 to 65 has been lowered, EXP from 5 to 15 has been increased, and defense and MST from level 175 plus has been increased. For missions, Aquatic Mama should now be able to clear with S rank. Red Hot Jungle S2 should now properly end the mission upon clearing. Same with Fantastic Voyage. Unsafe Passage Meseta payout has been adjusted on C rank from 400 to 800 and has received clear boxes on S rank only. Fight for Food Meseta payout has been adjusted on C from 700 to 1000. And pretty much every single mission had their S3 difficulty added.
Yep.
I'm not going to list out all of
coming.
them. Yeah, I'm not listing all of them. You can read all that if you want. Item adjustments. So, NPC shops that sell weapons and boards have received major reductions to the buy prices of those items. The changes are visible on the weapons and line shield pages and will be available on individual pages at a later date. The Parati Cataract and Divine Cataract have received a damage multiplier reduction from 5.1 to and 4.9 to 4.0, and their range has been reduced. The Aros Espada and Mars Espada have received a 40% override to incapacitation and increased hitbox range, and the Kana Kamui and Kamui set bonus with Bugei Senba has been fixed. And a bunch of items are now available for synthesis. Again, I am not listing all those. You can read for yourself.
Yep. Let's move down to types then.
Yes, the total MP requirements for basic types to from 1 to 10 has been reduced by 40%, which is fantastic. The sooner people can get off the basic types, the better. Photon Arts, Blade Destruction received hitbox radius reductions on part 3 and height reduction on part 1. Aww. And then a big thing, the Guardian's Cache, or as people have been jokingly called it, Gnome Cache.
I don't quite know the joke there, so go ahead and explain that.
It's because one of the leading people behind the server is Gnome.
Gotcha.
So people just jokingly call it, oh yeah, it's Gnome Cache. Anyway, so you can earn GC now with every mission that you complete. This is used for the upgrade and repair station to easily upgrade your weapons and also to repair your weapons if you fail in grinding. So, with completion of getting an S rank on different ranked missions, on C you get 10, B 15, A 20, S 25, S2 30, and S3 35. And every account that's been made since before this update came out will have 1,000 GC to use.
That's a good starting number.
Yep. And if you don't know what GC was on the Japanese side, but once it went free to play, that was pretty much the prototype to AC.
Yep.
So with grinding, because of the introduction of the Guardian's Cache, grinding can result in your weapon breaking again. So the max grind limit will go down again. Weapons rarity also plays a part in determining the success rank of a grind.
Yep, and it looks like there's also a chance for weapons to get a double grind in a single go.
Yep, pretty much like a grade enhancement. There's a 5% chance for C and B to complete 2 grinds at once, and 4% for A and S. The success rate of completing grinds has been raised across the board significantly, and grinds which state no chance of failure can no longer fail on rare occasions. Lobbies! Various new NPCs have been placed across the planet and the Guardians colony. These NPCs aim to help new players by giving them information about certain aspects of the games and the whereabouts of certain locations on each of the planet. There are 4 NPCs on the colony and 1 on each of the 3 planets, which is very nice. It will definitely help newer players out.
Yep.
Japanese text and partner machines and shop advertisements should no longer show as question marks. Players will need to retype their advertisements and names for the change to take effect. The element floor for elemental items have been lowered from 30% to 25%. Enemies can now visually block your attacks if you miss. Interesting. Misses now deal 35% damage instead of 0. Also interesting. New characters now start with 500 Meseta, and new character gear no longer sells for 1 Meseta, and the EXP boost for sub-level 100 characters is now ×2, which is great for people trying to catch up or people wanting to level alts.
Yeah, I gotta get in on that. I think I'm still only like 89 at this point.
Oh, definitely get on that. I'm at 115.
Nice. And then, yeah, I agree. The fact that misses now deal 35% damage instead of 0, I wonder just how much damage that's actually going to mean players can actually do here.
Yeah, I'm curious on that.
Alright, and then we have one other small update from Marmy as well here. This being after a quick maintenance that happened a few days ago here. Yasmin Cobb 002X rank has been corrected. Shark Twins X rarity has been corrected. Obsidian Synthesis Board now takes Obsidian X instead of Explosion X. Armed Servant Basta now drops Chrome Lance instead of Chrome Spear. Gigo Booma Claws now have level 4 stun. Caves of Ice S3 now has its clear boxes. Resident Security Department NPC shop has been returned to normal. Debuff spells should now be applicable to enemies, that's interesting that wasn't working.
Yeah.
All players who are using basic types have gained up to 2 free levels to fix MP bar issues.
That's nice.
And Master Force ATP modifier has been increased. That being beyond the 90% I think that I saw a moment ago here. Where was that? It was somewhere in here that Master Force had an increase in here.
Okay.
But yeah, so that does it for Clementine. So now let's get into the last thing here, that being from Ephinea. We've actually had 2 recent updates from them. The first is the maintenance that was done on November 9th. That one simply changed the Hunter Boost Road to Sweep Up Operation in Episode 4. And then the bigger update they had with the most recent update. No music on Telepipe with Fast Burst fix. So I'm guessing that fixed the music that was not playing there then.
Yep.
So
I've had that experience. I've experienced that several times.
There's also mouse cursor position no longer moves when pressing F12 or home when mouse controls are off. /show wep now affects unteched items everywhere. You will see the teched item name without having to tech it in the shop. In the case of
nice.
Yep, definitely. So now you're not going to be wasting Meseta on weapons you don't need. In the case of type weapons with specials, you will see its special in the name as well. And then sort of the big feature of this one, there's a new command /HUD which will toggle PSO2's HUD for screenshot taking. They recommend
regular PSO.
What?
You mean regular PSO, not PSO2.
Yeah, you're right, regular PSO. They recommend binding this command to a shortcut so it is easy to toggle off and on, because you won't be able to see what you're trying to toggle it off once it is on. You can also Alt Backspace, which will quit the game and restore the HUD as well, should you not be able to type /HUD again yourself for some reason. And then looks like they had a small bug with the minimap in update 13.10, so 13.11 fixed that. So I tried out the HUD thing, and there's one small thing that apparently they did not remove, and I don't know if they did this intentionally or not, and that is the fact that damage numbers still show up.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, I would love to see damage numbers just go away completely if you toggle this on or off. Still a nice feature.
Really, like, because especially you mentioned this to me before we went live. Make PSO machinimas with that.
Yep. Yeah, I know some people were trying to make machinima with it back in the day, and they were able to do some really crazy ideas, such as using only instant kill attacks on enemies to prevent the numbers from even showing. So, yeah, it's that's the one thing that's sort of missing. Granted, PSO is several decades old at this point, so it might not necessarily be the best venue for doing a machinima at this point, especially because
get some good machinimas out of it. People got a lot of good machinimas out of the old Halo games.
Yeah,
and are still getting good machinimas out of it.
Ever wonder why we're here?
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's not pink. It's just a lightish red.
Red versus Blue was such a great series.
Oh, it was.
At least back in the day. I can't necessarily speak much for once they started going CG on us.
Yeah, I prefer the machinima days.
Yeah. And then I think that was it. Yeah, these were just extra windows I had open. So yeah, that pretty much does it for any of the website updates that I've got. Did you have anything else here, Zance?
I didn't have anything else.
All right. And so that brings us to the end of this episode. On behalf of Zance and myself, thank you for joining us today. Day has dawned. Have a great day, everyone.
Johnny, and again, make sure you watch me tomorrow with PSO!
Yep, definitely good luck with that. Have a great day, everyone.
Johnny.